When you use the abortion pill, you actually take two different medicines to end a pregnancy, mifepristone and misoprostol. First, you'll take mifepristone. Mifepristone works by blocking the hormone progesterone, which stops your pregnancy from developing. Then you take the second medicine, misoprostol, either right away or up to 2 days later. This causes cramping and bleeding that empties your uterus. The cramping and bleeding can last for several hours, so plan ahead to make the process more comfortable. You can be at home or wherever is comfortable for you to rest. Taking a hot shower, using a heating pad, or taking ibuprofen or medicine from your nurse or doctor can help with cramps. Your nurse or doctor will give you written instructions and a number you can call with any questions, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For most people, the process takes about 5 hours, but it may take up to 24 hours to be totally finished. The abortion pill process is very similar to an early miscarriage. It's normal to have lots of cramping and bleeding, and to pass clots and tissue, like a really heavy period. You may also have an upset stomach, diarrhea, dizziness, or a mild fever. You may be tired and have a little cramping for a day or two afterwards, but you can go back to work or school the next day if you feel up to it. The last step is a follow-up with your nurse or doctor to make sure the abortion worked and that you're healthy.
So I handed over $400 and took the first pill.
Tomorrow, whenever you're ready, you're gonna take the 4 pills in this little brown bag. That's misoprostol. It's gonna just gently empty out your uterus, and there's gonna be a little bleeding, but nothing more than like a heavy period. And if there's any cramping, you can take some ibuprofen. Okay, you're all set. Have a nice day.
Mifepristone blocks the action of a hormone called progesterone. Progesterone is naturally produced in the mother's body to stabilize the lining of the uterus. When mifepristone blocks progesterone, the lining of the mother's uterus breaks down, cutting off oxygen and vital nutrients to the embryo, who then dies inside the mother's womb.
The next day, I did as I was told. I ate a light lunch and took the pills inside my brown bag. I was told I would probably start bleeding in about an hour. In the meantime, I made myself comfortable in my bed.
24 to 48 hours after taking mifepristone, the woman takes misoprostol by placing the pills in her cheeks. She will experience severe cramping, contractions, and heavy bleeding to force the dead embryo out of her uterus. The process can be very intense and painful, and the bleeding contractions can last from a few hours to several days. While she could lose her embryo anytime and anywhere during the process, the woman will often sit on the toilet as she prepares to expel the embryo, which she will then flush. She may even see the expelled embryo within the pregnancy sac.
After 12 hours in agony, I fell asleep on the bathroom floor.
It's not abnormal.
Not abnormal. The bleeding, the clotting, the pain, that is normal.
Use heating pads, soak in a warm tub, take ibuprofen.
How could you not have told me about this? What happened to gently emptying my uterus? That is what I was told would happen.
Look, I'm sorry, but I have another patient.
After she has disposed of the embryo, the woman may have bleeding and spotting for several weeks. Bleeding lasts on average 9 to 16 days. 8% of women bleed more than 30 days, and 0.5% require hospitalization because of heavy bleeding.
8 weeks passed. 8 weeks of blood clots. 8 weeks of excruciating cramps. And when it was finally over, my anger had disappeared only to be replaced by self-loathing. Meaning, I no longer blamed Planned Parenthood for everything that happened. I blamed myself.